Hello, it's Capture Fail from Gwathorn's Games, and this is the new Mordor Legendary server, and I'm playing a Red Loremaster because that's quite new as well. The Loremaster has been so heavily revised. Make a little adjustment to my toolbar there. Now, this is the first time I've been on Mordor server. Gwathorn took part in betas, and I have watched for a little while, but let's see what we've got. Now there's no pet at all yet, and not that I'm going to be using pet much in this run. I had a little test of the Red Loremaster on another server, just to see what the revisions are like, but didn't get very far. So a lot of this is going to be new to me. This is also, now I need my spear, my staff rather. Now this is also going to be a solo self-found round. I don't have any other characters on this server to make stuff for me, but this character is going to make all his own. But this is a 64-bit server, just released today. Hopefully it will have less lag than 32-bit servers.
Aid the wounded in the field, and let us hope that the Alliance shall arrive to drive
and as
off
you can
the
tell,
enemy's
I
forces.
am a high elf.
One of the Gwathorn rode westward and scattered our numbers, but the other, he took Theleron.
Let's go rescue the soldiers. That's one. Two to take care of here. I'm doing the archer first, but if I can use the staff sprite, which is going pretty well. Close one. Yeah, with this high elf start, of course, although I am technically level 110, it just gives you expanded versions of the level 1 abilities, rather than letting you see ahead of time what a level 110 Loremaster would have. I guess they justify it by saying all those other spells that you would have not been developed in the Second Age. And this is the end of the Second Age of Middle Earth at the moment, 3,000 years before the War of the Ring. Oh, come on, hit the right key. Not much chance of dying in this introduction. Alright, I guess that is our second look at the ring wraith. I skipped all the talk at the beginning of this introduction because while it was going on, I was unpacking all of my stuff from inventory from being a VIP. You've got to be a VIP to be on these new servers. And that would have been very boring to watch. So I finished that off before starting up the video. Yeah, I think we've got some little spiders first. Yeah, solo self-found means that I will not be on the auction house ever. This character will make or find all of his own gear. Right now I am getting into a situation where I have everything on cooldown unless I'm right up close, but I've got no intention of trying to fight like a tank with this character. The staff
prince is
strike
fortunate to have
will
survived
be
his
only
father's
if
attack
they
on the Black
manage to
Gate,
close with
but the
me.
Guatharan's words trouble me.
And the pets are very temporary, and they're on a 2-minute cooldown, so I'm just going to save them for the most difficult fights, bosses and what have you. Right, we finish here. I already have a horse, but not allowed to use it in this. And something new that I've never seen before, this handkerchief that gives +1 hope and run speed. Well, ideally to be used when you're running from something that has a fear ability. Here we are. By King Gil-galad, Elendil, Círdan the
Our
shipwright.
paths are now divided, dear friend. May the
All the
light
big
of the Valar
names from
shine
the Second
upon us.
Age War.
At your service. Or perhaps you are at mine.
Take out some goblins guarding barrels of powder. Take that one out. Okay, that's doing better. It's not setting the barrels on fire just because it's a fire spell, but that means I've got to go right up close and do it myself and get out of the way. Using barrel 2. Don't need that one. Let's go edge. Goblin Grudge. That's number 3. Using Burning Embers and Wizard Spark, and I forgot to get out the way. But as you see, not much chance of dying. I don't need those. They're not guarding barrels. Stand up here. No. Yeah, now Mordor, if I've got it the right way round. Let's take out this warrior. Mordor is European and Angmar is American. Now I'm in Australia, so they're both distant. I've chosen Mordor. So I will be encountering European players. But I will not be trading with them. This is SSF. That lightning wizard spark did a one shot. Right. Well, I didn't really need to do that one. Dodge the archer. Follow the hoof prints. So we looks like a fallen catapult we're running across. I chose High Elf really just to do this tutorial for something different. And my name is Rabagast. On the other server I had one called Ragadast, but even though I was able to just recently get that name on Arkenstone, it was already taken on Mordor. Very odd.
Your tale troubles me, my friend, for Omroth spoke of a terrible figure that passed with an elf slung across his steed.
Harthaline. Okay. Amroth. I presume Dol Amroth is named after him. We'll be going there much later, because this server, of course, is limited to level 50 for the time being. So we'll be doing all the lower level stuff. An elf slung across the Ringwraith's steed. Great mace, just like Sauron in the movies. We don't get him to see him knock a whole army away. The Ringwraith's horses make up for the Ringwraith's poor eyesight, because they live in that realm that you see Frodo go into in the movies, where everything's blurred and distorted. Their eyesight for the real world is not very good, but the horses can see well, and I presume the fell beasts that they fly on later. Right, Men of the East hold the hillside. Approaching the last sequence of the tutorial. Okay, Harthaline.
If the Witch King has taken Theleron to the Overlook, we must pass through the Easterling encampment ahead.
Yes, this is going to be almost a petless run. Certainly there will be no pets as you know them from Loremaster before this. Permanent pets that stay until they die or you dismiss them. The pets for a red Loremaster or a yellow hang around for about 30 seconds. It doesn't actually say what the duration is, but they just vanish, which puts them in the same category with a damage over time spell. They appear, do some damage several times, and then disappear. And like I said, I'm only going to even bother with them when it's a tough fight coming up. Right. She wants to get the first Easterling. Assassinate. Okay, let's start. Okay. We're going up there. Right. I've alerted the archer. This one's tough. Took 3 spells. But the amount of damage doing is trivial. Okay, that was the last kill of the tutorial. Now we have an appointment with the Witch King of Angmar. This is not his server, but I guess we're in Mordor, so it still is the right server. Roll up into first person. You can get a closer look at him. See other forts of Mordor across the way. Hello, Witch King. It won't let me get any closer. Aren't you a handsome guy? He's a bit more fiery than in the movies. But we need Éowyn here. She won't come for another 3 millennia. Stabbed me, you bastard. Okay, let's get back into more view. Look at Hearthlane and mumble. Goes the Witch King. Rabagast has awoken at last. Okay, now I think this is still in the Second Age. I mean, Hearthlane could be there in the Third Age, but I think she went to the Blessed Realms. So this is a long time lapse. Find Elrond. Oh, I moved too far away. In camera work. Hello, Elrond.
It brings me great joy to see you upon your feet once more, my friend.
The Houses of Healing. Not the ones in Minas Tirith. And I feel like I've been asleep for a long time. My eyes are very bleary. Sacrifice is made in war. Yeah, both the kings fell with the Dark Lord. Gil-galad was an elven king, of him the harpers sadly sing, the last whose realm was fair and free between the mountains and the sea. As for Elendil, Aragorn keeps shouting his name as a battle cry. "3018 of the Third Age." In 3,000 years, technology must have moved forward. All right, not technology, spells. I'll be getting a bunch of new ones. Ithgol. What do you mean chance has woken me? The Valar have woken me for great things. Right, come on, there it goes. Changed. Just gotta look at him.
Much has changed since we last traveled together from Imladris, my friend.
Reclaim my stuff. Huron's writings, which explains how I know about things that are in the history of the Third Age throughout the game. And that must be a pretty airtight seal to preserve cloth, etc. for 3,000 years. Jewellery would be alright. Okay. Back to Elrond.
Eladon and Elrohir are to follow an
There's a whole lot
expedition
of
to the
stuff
ruins of
coming my
Edfelia,
way, and the
they shall
choice of
sail
all
to
this, which
Kelandil
only
in
the
the course of their
staff
travels.
matters. And I went up to level 2, or down from 110 to level 2. That's the amount of muscular and atrophy and brain atrophy you get over 3 millennia. Right, so I now have level 2 abilities. Let's see what this is. Yeah, specialisation needed. Red. And I'm going to get 20% fire damage and -2 on Burning Embers cooldown. Right, now, choices you get here: increase all your tactical damage, which is all your spell damage, for 2%, or 5% fire only, 5% lightning only. Now, at the moment, the fire I've got is just Burning Embers, but there will be another fire spell coming along quite quickly. So I'm going to go for fire. It's already given me a boost to fire just for taking red line. But Burning Embers will be my first choice. So that's that. And I want to set one of these as my first virtue. I'm undecided at this stage what difficulty level I'm going to play on, whether to switch to Fearless. But just in case I do, I'll pick one of those with tactical mitigation. So I'll take Fidelity as soon as I start earning any points. Of course, that's not active till level 13. Actually, for a high elf, I don't think any of them kick off at level 13 unless you're lucky in attacking the right things. Okay, that's that part. Now, down on this toolbar, there's a pet, but like I said, it's 2 minutes, and if you look carefully there, it does not tell you how long that bear lasts. I'll move it up to about there, and using its minor ability, you can go there. My milestone, I'll put that out the way. Now, what's this one? Dismiss pet. That's a quick way to do it. I'm not likely to use it. In fact, the short time it takes, I don't believe I'm going to use that at all. Right, now I've still got this sequence, that's fine. That's about it. Hobnanigans, no thanks. Right, inventory, all the different stuff. I think I will just try and go through this quickly, assume it's all good compared to the rags I'm wearing. Oh, that's dye. Braces. That's dye. Shoulders. That can come down here. Boots, yeah. Somewhat better waistcoat, tunic and waistcoat. There's probably a duplicate. That I can't use, but yeah, I'll put that down there. Nerya. This is for high elves, and its abilities will improve. So I will wear that. That's nothing. Dyes, cloak, headpiece. I'll lock the healing spell. Let's put that up there. I leave my inventory in separate bags because I know exactly where everything is that way. I have my conventional spots to put things. Yeah, that's another cloak. I think I'll take the one without the hood. And that ring can also be worn. Right. That's it. I just want to slot this on my equal sign. Okay. What next? Talk to Elrond again. Gather your belongings and depart. Have I got more belongings somewhere? No, I didn't think so. Why hasn't he got a... Oh, it's not Elrond.
I am certain Father has told you all about the journey ahead.
Right, we're out
Do
of
not worry.
that room for the
matter of
first
his dream
time
need not trouble you.
in a long, long time. A couple of things popped up here. All right, I do not want hobnanigans, thank you. Let's filter that out. Accept. And I'm underway in this world. And I've been given new spells already. Okay, Wizard's Frost, Wizard's Fire. Now these are all spells with no induction time. Get them off pretty fast. Frost does the least damage of any of them. I'm going to put that there. Now, question is where to put Gust of Wind. It's normally used to cash out what you've built up with Burning Embers. So, looking at recovery times, 1 second, 10 seconds, half a second, yeah. Okay, so once I use that, it probably won't come up again in a battle, but its damage is good. But suppose I try Burning Embers, Lightning, Burning Embers, Fire, Burning Embers, Cold. I'll have tiered up 3 levels of Burning Embers, so I could then do that more or less as a finisher. And with all these options, I think I'll now put the staff out of the way a bit. Now I've got to get a proper milestone here. What's this one? Title. The Wary. Yeah, never mind. Where's that milestone? Here we go. Find. Okay. All right. Run around these guys. Okay. Some of these images of people are those who died and therefore went to the Blessed Realms. Some are people who chose to sail there. Some, like Elrond, are those who chose to stay behind at the end of the Second Age. Athelene. Okay. Moved on. Glorfindel stayed. One more. Out on the jetty somewhere. Gurdan stayed. And we're as close to his grey havens at the moment as you can get in the game at the moment. And back to the guy who sent us. Find Eladan and Elro here. Don't know about this guy yet. Okay, let's finish that special high elf prologue. So now I have my steed and I'm going to start the normal elf prologue.
Greetings, friend. Will you lend me your ear?
Pick up the VIP rewards.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with
I'm
something?
going to be doing some crafting.
Hello there.
Probably between videos. Like Carnivore, continuing the prologue.
My heart cannot sing today. Will you lend me your ear?
What else? I missed a guy, didn't I? Yep. Now let me check my inventory. Have I got any packages to open? That. Oh yes, I have. That one. That's outfitting others. Yourself and others. Accept. Pull down. Out of the way. Can't sell that. That can go up there. Oh, I can wear this now. But first I'll have to switch these around. Where's Nerya? That can go there. Is that one? Copper ring of vigor. Where'd the other one go? Can't find it. Let's put that back on in the other slot. Oh, it's way over there. Yep. Sapphire ring of determination is more appropriate. Yeah. Okay. So that's for sale. That can't be sold. That can't be sold. That I keep. And that I use quite soon. Right, everything else for sale. Oh, there's this. We've got a proper horse, so I don't need that. Okay, sorted all that out. But do I have barter?
Megovanen,
Yes, I do.
may I help you?
So I'll work myself up some more Athelas. Here we go. Yeah, this guy also has a quest.
Megovanen, might you spare a moment of your time?
And there's one more side quest down here near the road. I can grab it while selling stuff. Here we go. Thinglair.
Megovanen, might you
All
spare a
creatures in
moment of your time?
Fangalia.
How may I
Boya,
be of service to you?
please buy my stuff. I don't think I need to swap anything around. Here we go. Right, I think I'm finally organised. I'll be back here. Here's a little
Will you lend me your ear?
FedEx quest. Which ends here.
May Govanen.
And Master of Apprentices, outfitting yourself. And
Sweet lad Melon, will you stay a moment?
Now, for making my own stuff, let's assume solo self found. Let me have a quick look in here. Oh, okay. Well, let me even look at it at this stage. I'm going to assume that I won't be getting my own raw materials. From the moment, I'm only concerned about getting level 7 gear. So, the ones that are directly useful are Jeweler.
Hail, friend, and well met.
And light armor. Tailor.
Megovanen.
Now I can make my own staves with woodworking. Don't usually use scholar type stuff. Can either rely on finding good staffs and get something that will provide raw materials. What do I need? Furs. I'll get those from fighting. And prospecting for jeweler. I think I will go with woodworking for now. Get a good
Greetings
staff,
to you.
and switch to prospector if I find it necessary. Turn here.
You may be of service to me.
Accept. Accept.
Sweet lad Melon, will you stay a moment?
Accept.
Megovanen, might you spare a moment of your time?
Right, I think I will end the video at this point. I won't make you watch me make all this level 7 gear. When I finish making it, also offline, I'm going to use this free travel disc to go around and tag all the stables in all the starter areas. Just a little ritual I've had for a while. It saves a bit of silver in the early game. But I will see you when I'm ready to start fighting and questing here. So, bye-bye.